It worked. I got it. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. This is live from Mississauga or Brampton, Ontario. And we lost one period. Sorry about that due to technical difficulties, but we are in business again. So just catch up on the score. It's 1-0. 9:20 left in the second. Who scored the first goal? Sammy scored the first goal. And so it's been a pretty exciting period, lots of actions. Howe sends it up the board to Swisham. And now Pegnato chases it. Howe in front of the net. Pegnato, some pressure from the Barracudas. Barracudas, D, get it from the point, send it up, loose in front of the net, up to Dobson. Over to Howe. Howe deflects a shot to the side of the net. Swisham up the boards. And to Swisham. Swisham trying to get it out of the zone with Dobson. Pegnato has it behind the net. Sends it up, direct pass to Dobson. Goes behind the net again. Pegnato battling with Barracuda's player. Barracuda sends out front, but nice deflection from Wakakis. And Pegnato sends it up to Wakakis. Wakakis on the rush. And Barracuda's player blows the tire, but another one comes in and sends it around the board. Hemmel tries to keep it in. Hemmel working, now Grasser helping her out. Zakrachak tried to get it in, but stopped by the D. Barracuda's forwards taking it in, facing against three Penguins, and they shoot. Blocked by Zakrachak. Point shot, deflected to the side by Hemmel, and shot on net. Nice stop by some action in front of the net there. And that was two big, huge saves by Ruben. Really good job by Ruben. Face off to the side of Ruben. It is 7:18 left in the second period. 1-0 again. Sorry for the apologies for the technical difficulties in getting the stream right. Over to Zakrachak. Zakrachak up the board. And Penguins trying to get it out. Barracuda's really strong forward presence, keeping the puck in the zone. Nice work by Pite to keep it up. Pite sends it over to the other side, chased by Zakrachak. Zakrachak putting pressure on the Barracuda's D. And shot goes wide, goes in front of the net. Another shot goes wide. Good save by Ruben. Tharp brings up the ice. Tharp skating it up the ice and gets stopped by the Barracuda players. Barracuda has it in the Barracuda zone. Pressure from Grasser. And now Barracuda start taking it the other way. Zaharchak trying to chase her. She gets past Zaharchak behind the net. In goes Littleton. Littleton sends it up the ice to Tharp. Barracuda's D sends it in the other corner, but Hemmel starting to take it up. Chased by Littleton. Littleton putting pressure on the D, and the Barracuda D sends it back up the ice. Barracuda D rush in with help from Carnes. Carnes guarding the side of the net there, and she couldn't get it out front. Some battling by Lundy. And goes to the D, gets stopped in front. Pressure from Lundy, or Carnes. Carnes to the front of net. Big left pad save by Ruben. And Barracuda still putting pressure on Littleton. trying to get it out of the zone. And Sherman battling. Sherman. And that is an offside by the Barracudas. Very exciting second period. 5:04 left in the second. 1-0 for the Penguins. Howe and Pagnato on D. And we have Schwisham on forward with Wilcox and Grasser. Goes back to Pagnato. Pagnato backhands it up to the side. And the Barracuda sends it back in. Howe over to Grasser. Grasser taking up the ice. And pressure from the two Barracudas. Puck goes the other way. Grasser comes back and back checks. Shot Rubin. Big save by Rubin. Face off to the side of Rubin. And out comes Wilcox. Wilcox putting pressure on the D. And another shot on Rubin. Big pass. Rubin doing excellent job. Howe trying to take it up the boards and out to Wilcox. Wilcox sends it up the ice. And now a foot race ensues. Barracuda's player grabs it and starts sending it up the ice. Pressure from Grasser and Wilcox. Now Barracuda's player skates up. And very nice work from Pagnato. Barracuda's shoots, goes wide of the net. Pagnato. Wilcox chips up the board and chases by Tharp. Tharp on the breakaway. And the defense, Barracuda's defense, very effective today and able to get the puck to the side. Tharp has it again. Grasser in there and also Pites. Grasser putting pressure on the Barracuda's player. Barracuda is bringing it up. Barracuda is really strong on the puck. Chased by Tharp. Tharp now taking up the ice with Dobson. Dobson putting on the Jets with Tharp. Dobson free in front of the net. Can she get it over? She shoots and blocked by the goalie. Goes to the point. Nice keep in by Hemmel. And goes back out to Zaharchuk. Zaharchuk chips it up, but Barracuda's player picks it up and comes in for the shot, but goes wide. Barracuda's player tries to send it to the front. And Littleton going in and helping out. And now Dobson has it. Dobson trying to get it up the ice. And now Littleton trying to get it out of the zone, but the Barracuda's team really effective on the defense. Hemmel sends it up the ice, trying to get up the boards to Dobson, and puck loose in front of the net. Lundy taking up the ice. Lundy with the Jets, with Littleton, help from Littleton, goes wide, and they start heading to the net. Big shot by Littleton, off blocker of the Barracuda's goalie. Zaharchuk holding the line there at the defense. Barracudas get it out, but Hemmel sends it back up. The ice to Littleton. Littleton, Sherman taking it back in. And goes into the neutral zone. Barracuda's trying to get it back in. Barracuda's putting on lots of offensive pressure this period. And good work by Sherman. Sherman ensuring that the puck gets out of the zone and it goes down the other end, picked up by the Barracuda's D. Barracudas start going on the advancing the other way. And defense by Sittler. Sittler backing in. And Sittler and Carnes get it deflected wide. Carnes behind the net. Now Swisham on the ice, new fresh legs with Wilcox and Sittler. And goes to the Barracuda's D. Barracudas. D shoots it in. And shot in front of the net. Puck is loose. And big save by Ruben. Wow, big pad save by Ruben. Ruben doing excellent with those pad saves and blocking this offensive pressure from the Barracudas. Penguins get a fresh set of legs out there. And it's going to be Tharp at center. And we're going to have Dobson and Pagnetto, Howe on D, and Pipes also on forward. So Howe battling for the puck and goes behind the net. Gets picked up by Tharp. Tharp trying to send it up the boards. And Pite going in to help out. Backhand to Dobson. Dobson backhands it up, trying to get it out of the zone. Up to Tharp. Tharp on the rush. And the quick legs from the Barracudas player stops the advance from the Penguins. Howe tries to send it up, ties it up in the neutral zone. And Chloe and pushing it in, just using those legs to get across the blue line, and that is the end of the second period. So, summary of the second period, no scoring, lots of offensive pressure from Barracuda's team, and some big saves by Ruben. Really good on the pads. 12 minutes set for the third period. And this will be an interesting period. One of the things I would imagine coach is saying right now is probably just get the puck over the blue. Make sure you get it over the blue and past those defense, because the defense have really been holding it in at the point. So okay, Little in at the face-off with Lundy and Sherman. Sherman with a great second period. Defense, Carnes. Carnes sends it up the ice over the blue. And Carnes is supported by Sittler on D. Puck is in the Barracuda zone. Nice work by Littleton to keep the puck in. She sends it up to Lundy. Lundy with a shot. Goes through the 5-hole and to the back of the net. That was awesome teamwork. So what you saw there was Barracuda shot the puck out of the zone. Lundy saved it from going over Littleton saved it from going over the blue line, sent it to Lundy, and Lundy to the back of the net. Very nice work by the Penguins. Okay, new set of legs out there. We got Swisham with Wakakis and Dobson, and Howe and Pagnetto on D. 11:21 left in the third period, 2-0 hockey game. Swisham with a big shot. Goes wide of the net and gets over to Wakakis. Wakakis battling for the puck and putting pressure on the Barracuda's line. Barracuda start advancing up the other way. Pagnetto trying to stop the rush, and they get by Pagnetto. Nice back checking from Swisham, and that stops the play from getting to the front of the net. Now picked up by Howe. Howe advancing up the board, and some support by Wakakis and Dobson, and they're able to get it out of the zone. Dobson on the chase. Barracuda's D sends it back in, and Pagnetto picks it up. Pagnetto around the boards, looking for a pass, sends it up to Howe. Howe trying to get it up to Tharp, and Tharp on the rush. Tharp going in, and Grasser calling for it. And the Barracuda's D managed to stop the advance from the Penguins. And Barracuda started advancing the other way. Some nice work by Hemmel. Hemmel stopping the advance, tying it up in the neutral zone. Support from Tharp. Tharp gets it up, and Barracuda send it wide. Pite gets it over the blue up to Grasser. Grasser battling with the Barracuda's players, 3 Barracuda's players, and goes back to Pagnato. Pagnato trying to get it up, still in the neutral zone, and still nice work by Pagnato keeping it out of the Penguin zone. Barracuda's now skating over to the weak side, and all the way trying to get it to the front. Nice stop again. Nice stop by Ruben. So Barracuda's player got it passed over to her wing person, and another big pad save by Ruben. Face off just to the side of Ruben. 9:20 left in the third period, and Littleton gets a breakaway. Littleton on the rush, and Littleton. Oh, big shot, big pad save by the Barracuda's goalie. Some great work by Sherman. Sherman on, and now Lundy chasing back. Lundy trying to get the puck off, and shot by the Barracudas. Strong effort by Barracudas, and they raise it upstairs and get it above Ruben. That makes it a 2-1 hockey game. 8:54 left in the third period. So we got Swisham at face-off. Swisham gets it back to Carnes. Carnes now chasing Carnes, tries to send it off the boards. And Barracuda sends it in, and they get it, unfortunately, tie the game. They get it back upstairs to that same spot. 8:43 left in the third, and it is a tie game. Swisham facing off. Swisham sends it up the ice, starts rushing it up the ice, chips it in the end zone, and chased in by Wakakas. Dobson chasing behind the net, goes back to Carnes. Carnes sends it in, and Swisham almost to Swisham's stick for a shot, but Barracudas takes it back. Nice back check by Swisham, and the Barracudas get it into the Penguin zone. Carnes now chasing it. Carnes looking for Dobson. Sends it over to the weak side. Nice play. Smart play. And sends it out of the zone. Chased by Swisham now. And Barracuda sends it in. Chased by Dobson. Barracuda sends it over the front of the net. They send it up the board. Pressure in by Tharp. Sittler trying to get it out from the house, and she does. She gets it over to Dobson. Dobson trying to send it up the board, and it seems the Barracudas are sending in 2 players on one of our players. Now they get it out, a nice Tharp, almost a breakaway. And Barracuda's player send it back in, and Barracudas go for a change. Howe behind the net. Howe has some time. Howe taking a look, feeling some pressure now from the Barracuda's player, and they get it out over the ice. Chased by Tharp. Tharp in. Howe protecting the D there, and now Lundy and Tharp working together to try and get the puck up towards the net. Pagnato sends it back in, shoots it up to the net. Some nice work by Grasser there. Howe putting pressure on, and nice work by Lundy, gets it into the corner away from the house. Picked up by Grasser. Grasser starts stick handling it up the ice. Grasser with Tharp. And Parents calling for a penalty on that one, but I think refs just keeping the play going. 6:26 left in the third. Refs finally call that one, and looks like an interference call on the Barracuda team. And we will go on the power play and face off in the Barracuda zone. So on D, we are going to have Pagnato and Hemmel, and going to be Swisham on wing with Littleton. And Lundy goes to Pegnato. Pegnato up to Hemmel. Hemmel trying to send it back in. And Barracudas get a breakaway. Barracudas on the rush. And unfortunately, they roof it and get it up over Rubin for a 3-2 hockey game. 6:05 left in the third. .605. There will be still about 130 left in the penalty, so the girls can turn something around and get something changed up here. Sweesham on wing with Littleton in the center. Sweesham chasing it. Sweesham after it. Hemmel tries to send it up to Sweesham. Sweesham chips it up the board, gets it help from Littleton and over to Lundy. And Barracuda send it back in. Barracuda's with a strong defense. Hemmel sends it around to Littleton. Littleton battling in the corner. And Littleton backhands it up. Doesn't get it quite across the blue. Gets it to Barracuda, and Barracuda chips it, but deflected up in the air. Pegnato picking up the puck. And probably about 30 seconds left in the penalty is my guess. Littleton on the breakaway, though. Sweesham coming up with her. And Littleton shoots. And goalie stops it. Sweesham right there, ready for the rebound. If it had rebounded out, she would have sent that to the back of the net. So really good play there by Littleton and Sweesham. .5:11 left in the third period. And the ref's asking for what time they're out. So on our D, we have Zaharchuk and Carnes. And we're going to have Tharp, Dobson, and Grasser on forward line, trying to take advantage of this last 30 seconds. See if we can tie it up. .5:11 left in the third. Puck dropped. Tharp, there's no icing, just like the NHL. So up to Tharp. Nice pass up to Tharp. And Tharp gets blocked by the Barracuda's player, but she does get it towards the net. Carnes tries to chip it up and goes to Zaharchuk. Zaharchuk sends it up to Grasser. Grasser looking to headman to Tharp. Now looking to headman to Dobson. And that looks like offside. And ref still calling offside. And ref calls that offside. So 4:06 left in the third, and we're back at even strength. So we're going to have Zaharchuk and Carnes out on D, and then we have Pites and Wakakis and Littleton on forward line. Zaharchuk sends it into the zone. Barracuda send it up the ice. Zaharchuk shot, sends it up. Very nice play. And Barracuda's managed to get it out in the neutral zone. In again goes Wakakis. Wakakis sends it back in. Chased by Pites. And Littleton stops it from going out, sends it up to Pites. Pites chasing around the back of the net. And Barracuda player manages to get it by Pites. Nice keep in by Carnes. And then Littleton looking to take it to the net. And Barracuda's players taking it down the ice. Zaharchuk picks up the puck, looking to pass up the ice, and Barracuda's players send it into the end zone. Barracuda's now trying to get a shot on net. They shoot, goes wide of the net. Chased now by Sweesham. And a lot of pressure there in front of the net. Barracuda still trying to pressure. Now Sherman trying to get it out. Goes back to Swisham. Swisham up to Sherman. Or, sorry, up to Lundy. Backhand by Carnes. And now Barracuda send it out. Foot race by Howe and another Barracuda player. Howe looks to send it around the board. Sends it around to Lundy. And then Lundy starts taking up the ice. And Barracuda's player sends it in. Howe chasing it to the back of the net. Howe battling with the player. And chased by Grasser now. Grasser battling with the same player. Grasser wins the battle, takes it up the boards. And now Swisham. Swisham gets it over the blue. And Swisham now taking up the ice with support from Dobson. Dobson sends it in. And Grasser chasing in after the puck. And Barracuda start taking it back in. Barracuda's looking for the shot. 1:04 left in the third period. And now Dobson trying to chase. Tharp trying to get up the ice. Pagnato trying to chip it up the ice. But the Barracuda's D keeps it in. Tharp going around the board. 37 seconds left. And Penguins are trying to get it out of the zone so we can get some sort of attack on for the last 30 seconds. Tharp trying to chip it up the boards there. Barracuda's player. Okay, so now Tharp trying to take it up the boards again. Gets it up to Grasser. Now heading. Rubin goes off the ice. We got an empty net. We got 6 attackers on the ice. Littleton comes on as a 6th attacker. Littleton goes in. Nice work from Grasser. Grasser sends it out to the front. Fights helping to pick up that loose puck in front. And and they managed to get it out. And that is the end of the game with a loss of 3-2. So very, very strong offensive effort by the Barracudas, and the Barracudas kept putting on that strong offensive effort. Also with their strong D, didn't allow us any shots. So Barracuda was great competition for us today. So great effort by the Penguins. And game. I missed the last one, but it was the MVP last game with Yamalowski for her great goaltending work. So girls all lining up. Not sure what they're doing. Oh, I see. They were getting the MVP pucks. That's what was going on there. And player 21 gets that for the Barracudas. And we'll see who gets it for the Penguins. And Sherman gets the MVP puck. Sherman did fantastic out there, as you saw. Lots of nice pressure from Sherman. Great job. She earned that puck. So great job. Congratulations to Sherman. And that is the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.